Good morning, everybody. Today, this special video track program, I would like to present you about a new. This is the starting of a new video program in this special video track. This is related to my Sinhalese video program Vimuth Niwan Maga. If I post any video in that program, also I make some brief English translation of the same topic in this video, and I present it in my special video track program. From previous program, I already discussed with you that Pali Cannon, the Pali Doctrine. Pali Doctrine is commonly mentioned in the world as Pali Cannon because it found in Pali, Buddhist Pali scriptures that called Thripitaka in Theravada Buddhism. There is some other branches also, but mainly the belief of the world is Theravada is the source of original Buddhism. So other branches are some kind of developments. So Theravada Buddhism is mainly found in South Asia and some countries around, mainly Sri Lanka, Burma, Thailand, Cambodia, Laos, and many. There are 5 major countries practicing Theravada Buddhism, and around the world also there are scriptures were mentioned and people studies. So in my that program, the last program which I introduced as program number 9, there I began to explain Pali Doctrine mentioned in the Pali Cannon or Thripitaka. So there I mentioned there is some presentations in the doctrine. About 18 presentations are mainly focused the reality of the world. So in this program I would like to speak about how Pali doctrine created. Actually, we all know it is the speech has been done from Lord Gautam Buddha, the greatest teacher lived in ancient India, like 26 centuries before for our age. That time the Buddha also he is a deep meditator and he is a deep philosopher. Through the meditation and the philosophy of observing the realities of the world, he sermoned this doctrine in their that time language, that time common people's language. It's basically called Pali. That time it's called Magadhi Prakruta. So this language used by Gautam Buddha, Lord, to preach his philosophy. Now everybody today called it Buddhism. Now Buddhism has Pali scriptures. After Lord Buddha's sermons, it was memorized by Bhikkhu generation, and finally it came to scriptures. So these scriptures reveal the Pali doctrine, the realities of the world explained and make presentations. Now the origin is basically the speech, the sermon of Lord Gautam Buddha. Now when we looking about how Lord Gautam Buddha preached this doctrine, how he make sermons, because he is a very deep meditator. He saw the realities, all the realities of the world through meditation. So to do such a kind of meditation, he should have a very secret and very strong, very powerful mind. So how normal, he was not a normal person, because in the doctrine there is, we all mentions that we all creatures of some journey we call samsara, because when a living being raised, means origin, after its origin, after its life, then his death, after the power inside him, it create a new life again, because the reason he is wish to live, until he wish to live, he is reincarnate again. So that is the basic reality in the universe. So we call in Pali, it is samsara journey, means samsara chakra. So actually there is no living being, because it is all some kind of reaction. When we comprehend that there are not a person or not a living being, just a reaction in the universe, so the dependency of, means our existence to the wish of our living is going to be finished. So if it has happened to anyone, his samsara journey is going to close forever. So there is no more person after that. So understanding this reality and become a person who stop his regenerating, it's called Nibbana. So in the Gautam Buddha also, he came to that enlightenment and he revealed how to do it. So that's why he suggests many presentations to come an understanding of the reality. So in this his deed, he make a deep meditation, and according to the basic theories and the things in Pali Cannon, actually this samsara journey is when a living being can live from the samsara journey, he should make more practices in his journey. Like he has to do many things to become such a creator who can make his mind enlightened to escape from this circle. So like higher creatures, like higher living beings, like higher persons, like Lord Gautam Buddha, he in his samsara journey, he make more and more practices in thousands of lives, lakhs of lives. He did many practices, and finally he was able to escape from that cycle, or break the cycle. So this is we call paramita, and the doing paramita in samsara journey. So when he do the paramita, when he has done the paramita, his mind was get very powerful. So in this life, before when Lord Buddha appeared on the world, that time he was a prince in the ancient Indian kingdom. That time we call normally this kind of beings we call bodhisattva. So this bodhisattva also became a prince. He born as a prince in his last life, and he become understanding all the world when we at age 35. After he left his kingdom and family, he practiced the sage life in about 7 years. Then finally he get enlightened. We call become a Buddha. So he he has a very powerful mind. So in this powerful mind, through the meditation and the discipline he followed, he able to understand whole the reality. Other normal people like we cannot go through that such a experiment. We can do some parts only, not the complete. That's why Buddha is different from other people. We are all following him because he is the first, he is the most superior one in the whole mankind, because in the age, not only one Buddha, there are, the Buddhism reveals there are all the time in the universe there is one person raised to be a Buddha, and he become the teacher to whole universe. So this is also belongs to the cycle of nature. After the age of one Buddha, there is another age coming. That time another Buddha will rise and he preach the reality of the world. So through this, the living beings are escaping from the samsaric journey. So that is the basic point here in the Pali Canon. That's why when Buddha has a strong mind, as I told you, he was able to understand the reality of the world, and he was totally, he got to understand at the least minimum incident of the universe. He got to understand. So that called chittaksana. Chittaksana means the producing of one mind, the time of existence of one mind. After that mind, there is another mind rise. This is the this is continually this is continuing and related to the matter to this incident. We call there is a living being. So this is the minimum least incident of the world, and it is the without that kind of strong mind, nobody can understand this reality. So Lord Gautam Buddha, he used to understand, he made this understand, he did this understand because he has that powerful mind to do it. So that's why we call Buddha. So the doctrine, it came from these kind of such practices, and that's why it belongs to nature, and it belongs to 100%. It is nature and the origin of the doctrine. So it is real. And after the understanding of the world, the universe, Buddha used the common language to explain those things to people. They used the Pali language. So then people, they listened to that and they began to understand. So those who got to understand about what Buddha said, they become the disciples of Buddha. So finally there are so many, we call bhikkhus, and until today the generation is continuing. So like humble and normal people like us, we can follow these practices. So that's why I am trying to present through this video program to you regarding these things. So from my next video, I will present you the principles mentioned in Pali Canon. I already mentioned 18 principles from my previous video, and from the next video I'm trying to reveal you, I'm trying to explain you about these basic presentations of Pali Doctrine. The Pali Cannon means Thripitaka. So that is from this video, I try to explain you, I try to give you a brief account about the sources of Pali Doctrine. So it preached from Lord Gautam Buddha to the world, and it produced in his mind because his mind was very strong, because it was practiced in his sansaric journey so many times in so many lives. Then he get the total understand of the universe. So that's why I used to tell you these things, and I wish to explain you and present you in my future programs about these presentations. And all you who are interested about Buddhism, you can check these things, and there are so many sources also in the internet, and many sources regarding Buddhism, so you can also follow. Okay, thank you very much for watching this video. From our next video programs we will meet again. So thank you very much and have a great day. I am Surat Chamara from Special Video Track Program.